I have to be the first one. There were what I'm saying is a lot of odds. Against a lot of odds. And I remember that meeting, the resolution was, what do I have to lose? Yes. I think that's how I settled the whole debate. The August break, was there anyone who scored an A in the mocks?
In the mocks.
And the answer was no, even in Dururumo.
Wow.
The best was an A minus.
The story continues. I have with me Mr. Edwin Mwangi, Chief Business Officer at WorkPay. My name is Mary Wamae, and this is the executive table. Keep watching. Now, tell us how it ended at the secondary school.
The secondary school.
You're already number one, unassailable.
Yeah.
Just tell us.
Gotten to Form 4. I've been selected to represent the school to the prize giving ceremony, district level. Used to happen in Nanyuki.
For the district prize giving ceremony. Yeah. Okay.
So what happened is that the school selected every top student of the class to represent the class.
To go for the event.
Yes, so I was representing my Form 3.
Your class.
Yeah. And we went to Nanyuki.
That's where the ceremony was?
Yes. And amongst the very many awards that were given, I had gone previously. This was now the second time.
The second time.
So I was in Form 4, and I remember this moment because amongst the prizes that were given, I saw the top student last year being awarded top student KCSE.
Now in the KCSE.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, they are being given an admission letter to a bank. And there was a manager there from Equity Bank Nanyuki, and they were explaining, if you become the top student
in the district,
top girl, top boy, we give you a job immediately to the bank.
Wow.
And I just had a moment letting that sink in. And I remember I was seated next to my teacher, and I was like, can you explain
what is going on?
That again?
How does that thing work?
And said, there is this new bank that is now sponsoring
the top students.
They give them a job straight from
automatically.
Yes, and they give them a scholarship to the university. And I was like, my mind was like transfixed, and I remember asking myself, that guy, is he? I wanted to go and greet him in person.
The guy who got that year.
Yeah. In my mind, I think I could. It was like if he greeted me, he could pass the anointing
to you. Wow.
But also in hindsight, I was like, are you normal? Like,
what does it take?
Yeah, like the question was.
Or even asking yourself, is he a special? Is he in the special?
Do you eat
more special
foods?
than me?
What do you do differently? And I was disturbed. I kept quiet all the way back. It was like a 3-hour drive back
to the school.
Yeah, and we arrived late at night, and all I could think of was I had these mind games in my head.
If I may ask you, this guy who got the scholarship from Equity that year, he was from which school?
Mary Mother of Grace.
Mary Mother of Grace, not your school.
Yes.
Okay.
It was the top school then. Boys' school by Catholic school, by the Catholic Church. It's in Laikipia, performed very well. It used to be top 10 nationwide then.
Wow.
And I am playing these games in my head. I'm like, can you do it? And it was second term We were 2 weeks away from the mocks,
Uh-huh.
and the KCSE was in like 3 months.
Yes.
It was around June, July.
In the middle of the second term.
Yeah.
In Form 4.
Yes. And I remember I was confident I could get a B+, which was at the time the requirement to join the university.
Yes.
So I was like, in terms of what I wanted to get out through a university route, I had it. I had it in mind or in sight. But this has a new dynamic now. There is a
I'm
promise.
already seeing you. You already had one resolution. I'm getting into that
Yes.
university.
Yes.
You had already resolved in
Yes.
that previous board meeting. Now, have you called another board meeting with yourself?
Yes, this one
To
is
do
now,
another
This
resolution.
one is now.
Tell us about this new
This one
resolution.
is
now.
now a battle going on.
In addition.
And I think what got into me at that point was self-doubt. Can I do it? And I'm looking at my circumstances at the time, and I'm looking at where I am. I am in a day school. Remember, if I had gotten the Dururumo opportunity,
It would have been easier.
The
You're thinking.
it's-
You're thinking it would have
all
been
in
maybe
the-
automatic.
it's all in the. I would be in an environment where I can compete with
this
them.
Mary, Mother of Grace.
Yes. And can I do it? Is there time? Had I gotten this information previously, would I have pushed myself harder than I have and not settled for what I am saying
The
is
B.
the lowest entry point to the university? It has never been done before in this school that I am in. No one has ever even qualified,
To go to university.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm like, I have to be the first one. There were what I'm saying is a lot of odds. Against a lot of odds. And I remember that meeting, the resolution was, what do I have to lose?
Yes.
I think that's how I settled the whole debate. What do I have to lose? I can sit here and say I can't do it because I am in a day school.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting as an underdog.
Yeah. And the schools that they have better support system, they have better infrastructure.
Facilities. Yeah.
We had rumors going on that some of their teachers they mark. They are in
They are the
charge of-
markers.
So they have these nuggets. that
I don't have access to those kind of facilities and resources. Wow.
But I said, what do I have to lose? And I think that statement changed the whole game and helped me to push the last mile.
With only 3 months to go.
Yes, and a mocks in 2 weeks. And I remember something, because if you are listening to this story and you are in high school, I think discipline is very important. I remember immediately after that event at Nanyuki, and we came back to school. The week before the mocks, this is like 2 weeks before the mocks, the school gave us another pre-mock exam to test our
Preparedness for the mock.
And most of the students said they are not doing it.
What?
Yes, like it's too soon.
Was it optional?
No, it was not.
But they found a way of.
They said they're not doing it. So collectively there was a plan.
To sabotage.
Yes, not to do it. And what was the plan? Go in the exam room. The first exam was English paper 1. Don't write your name. You're given the exam paper.
Yes.
Do nothing for 45 minutes.
Just stay there doing nothing.
Yes. Hand over
And
a
then
blank.
submit a blank paper.
Yes. the mastermind had it in instruction. So I go in. I'm the top student. I have this new resolution that I have to succeed in my KCSE, and I have to do extraordinary to pass the exam. And you know, there is a price if I make it.
Now, you have to literally become the best student
Yes.
in the district
Yes.
to get the equity scholarship, in
3
addition
months.
to getting to university.
Yes.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yes. And here is a predicament because half of the school or the class was undecided. Half was very determined not to do the exam. So the day came, papers were issued, and I had 2-3 minutes to decide. Those
Do
who
I
know
do I
composition paper is 40 minutes. It's a short time.
Yes.
You waste 5 minutes, you will
can't
will
do
not
it.
finish your story, and you will not get the marks, the 40 marks. I decided, you know what, this is my own story, this is my own journey. I came to this school alone. I was nobody. You knew me when I was here, and I will live alone.
I will do
I
it.
am doing this. And I wrote my name and started. And of course, being the first student or the best student, you are an influencer by silence. So the rest of the
So they are
undecided
looking
class,
at you, and now they see you busy writing, so everyone starts writing.
half the class did the exam.
The exam.
And the teacher, they had this information on what was going on. So at some point, I think 20 minutes into the exam, the teacher is there. Whoever has not written their name on the paper, hand me your paper
And go.
out.
You're bringing negative energy here.
Yes, and they knelt down. They knelt outside the class, and the head teacher was informed. They made a decision, and they were suspended for the 2 weeks to allow us the ones that
environment.
decided
Yes.
to do the exam to continue. And I remember some friendships were broken.
That time.
Yes.
Or
I
between
lost-
those who did and those who
I
defied.
lost some friends.
Yeah.
We were called traitors and all that. And there is 2 weeks to the MOOCs.
Yes.
And the whole idea was they now have time to now prepare for the MOOCs, the serious exam. This
Yes.
other one
Yes.
is a waste of time. We did it, the MOOCs came, and I think that was the biggest validation for me because I scored an A-
Wow.
of 76 marks.
It was even better than your B mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it validated that it's actually possible. And because I now had the district view, so I asked around. I had friends in Dururumo. We had met through, the inter-school games and all that. I had someone in Merimada, and we were able to get information during the August break. Was there anyone who scored an A in the MOOCs?
In the MOOCs.
And the
Dururumo.
answer was no, even in Dururumo.
Wow.
The best was an A-. But then there are these stories that pass around.
Yes.
MOOCs in other schools are marked very harshly.
So it's not a reflection of better performance.
They cannot
People always find a way of putting you down, right?
they cannot allow you to have a moment